In this lesson, we will learn how to create the S fold shape. So in the last lesson, we went over the pinch fold shape. We're going to continue to build on these folds with the S, or also known as spiral fold shape. This fold is typically seen in the bicep area, and it's when two tension points are twisting in opposite directions. So if we look back at our reference, the two main tension points that we're going to look at is here up in the shoulder and the elbow. So you can see that this fold is kind of twisting around the bicep, and over here it's happening as well, but it's not as noticeable. These actually kind of go a little bit more straight down, so more like here to here. In our other example, it's a little bit clearer that this is happening, that this is twisting around the bicep area, and then these are coming down here. So we're going to go back to our ZBrush model and continue to sculpt the clothing on this character. So I'm going to jump back into here, and I still have my reference loaded. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Fold 01 brush. I'm going to go to X Symmetry, and I'm just going to mark off where the seam line is right in here. So I'm just going to make a mark right here. So this is where the two pieces of clothing are being sewed together, just as a landmark as to where that is. So just going to go all the way around this shoulder real quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at my reference, and I'm just going to create a fold that kind of comes down. I'm going to get out of X Symmetry with the X hotkey and just make my brush a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to make a mark down until it gets right about here, and then it cuts in. Very similar to see what you see here. Comes down, cuts in, and then merges in with that one. Same thing, comes down, cuts in, merges in. So I think I want to take my move brush and just kind of move this into place. And then also make sure that I'm thinking about my underlying forms and that these are still staying pretty close to the arm. So I'm just going to move this in a little bit, kind of create that shape, and then maybe go to Fold 2 and just tighten it up a little bit. So there we go, goes down, goes in, and then merges with that. I also want to maybe create a smaller fold right here, and then kind of also use the invert by holding down Alt and just kind of pushing back up on these. So these are kind of come around, and then create these folds right there. So that might be a little too much. I want to go back to my move brush, maybe pull this up a little bit, and then pull this out. So, and then maybe go back to Fold 2 and just create a secondary fold, maybe right here. So just want to make sure that this is covered, but that this is sort of creating this is dipping in and creating a dip in the fabric. So actually I want to go to my Trim Dynamic, and I just want to flatten this fold out just a little bit. It's looking just a little too pronounced. And go to my clay buildup brush by hitting the 3 key. And then just building that up really quickly. And then just bringing this around. And then probably want to just kind of nudge this back a little bit with the move brush. And I think that's a pretty good start for this side. I think I'm just going to move on to the next side. So I'm going to go to Fold 01. And I'm just going to kind of look at these folds right here, how they're coming down, and then creating this S shape as they wrap around. And then also use the invert of the fold brush and push in. So, and then create this push in here a little bit, and then maybe go to Fold 2, create something a little tighter right in there. So kind of comes up, and then just want to create the tension from here down into these folds. So I'm just gonna pull up on it a little bit, and then switch to my clay buildup brush, and then make sure that I'm getting this shape correct right in here. And then just want to carve this out just a little bit, and then kind of maybe fill it in. Then knock these back a little bit. So I think I want to flatten this out just a touch. Yeah, just flatten it out, and then go to Fold 02, and then just kind of actually hold down Alt and kind of create this like it's folding, that creating that sort of shadow shape. And then I want to create this feeling that it's breaking off down here, you know, it's just breaking off into the other fold. So then I want to sort of kind of create this slight secondary fold right here. And then, as you can see, it's starting to feel like this fabric is draping off of this character. I want to actually make sure that this feels, the silhouette is a little bit stronger on this. So I'm just going to push back up with this, holding on the Alt key and using the Fold 2 brush. I want to make sure I maintain, you know, good silhouette, you know, and silhouette that's interesting, you know. So I'm actually going to go to the move brush and pull this up a bit so that we get a little bit nicer silhouette. And then I'm going to work on the back just a little bit. Just real quickly, go to the Fold 2 or Fold 1 brush, and I'm just going to quickly just block in some quick S folds here as well. But we also have this added tension point of the elbow right here, so there's going to be tension here as well. So that is coming off the elbow because since it's bent. So I'm going to push this in and push this out along the normal with the move brush, and push this along normal as well, and go to Fold 2, and kind of create some more that come off of this. And then kind of bring one that comes down like that. Maybe they come together on the other side a little bit. Just blocking in this back, just kind of creating some smaller or slight S folds real quickly. We're going to clean this up in some of the later videos, so don't worry about it being too messy. So I think that's good for now. Just to recap, we went over the S fold shape and then proceeded to continue to sculpt on the cowboy character. And then the next lesson, we will cover the Z shape fold.